Hello, everybody. Good morning. How are you doing today? Everybody can hear me at the back? Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, thanks, Frame, for setting the stage. I am Rakesh Ningtaujam. I have the privilege of being head of growth marketing at GeekyAnts. And when I was sounded off to deliver the keynote, I was in a dilemma because with AI, every morning you wake up, there's another new update, right? So I was thinking, what should I talk on? There's a lot of topics I can talk on. I can talk about agentic AI. I can talk of the feud that's happening between different communities, open source in AI, whatnot, right? If I open my Twitter feed, I will get hundreds of notifications on AI. Now, one fine morning, my friend texted me this message on WhatsApp. That actually was my reaction mirrored. So it said that most top AI researchers making 10 to $100 million are playing are a Dota 2 player. Does anybody know what Dota 2 is here? All right. For those of you who don't know what Dota 2 is, the message was inspired by this particular article, by the way. Now, what Dota 2 is basically an online game. It's a multiplayer online battle arena. 5 people, 5 strangers, or 5 teammates, opposing side, the same thing. The objective is to destroy something which is called the Ancients. Hence, the short form is Defense of the Ancients, Dota, right? So, there are a lot of permutations and combinations involved on how to do it. It's a very complex game. Somebody called it chess on steroids when it was first released, right? It really is chess on steroids. Uh, Now, that let me, I'll just give you a demo of what Dota looks like actually. This is a very famous game. So, can you see 5 people? This is how complex it is. There are trees, there are heroes, there are creeps there, you know. So, yeah, copyright infringement avoided. Moving on. So, that's what it is. Now, this article, the conversation I was having with my friend, sparked a question in me. And I felt like that was a very good base to set the keynote for the stage, right? For the stage today, because of the speakers, what the speakers are going to talk about. That was my first questions. What was everybody's first encounter with AI? Can you just shout out what was your first encounter with AI? ChatGPT? All right, all right. See, I asked my friends also, right? I asked my friends who are doing journalism. I asked my friends who are doctors. I asked my friends who are, engineers. More than half of them chat GPT. So, for just like a visual representation, raise of hands for whom chat GPT was the first AI experience. See, more than half the room, right? That always happens. My first experience with chat GPT was not chat GPT, AI, was in 2017. That's me at the corner. That's my hostel room at NIT Manipur. This is my college Dota 2 team, right? But moving on, my first experience with AI, the word AI that came into conversation was in 2017 when a model OpenAI 5 sound familiar? OpenAI 5 defeated a pro Dota 2 player in a 1v1 match. Now I thought, okay, Gary Kasparov has also lost to models before. How different can it be? We did not understand the significance of this. We thought it was a showcase match and we just shrugged it off. We didn't know what was brewing inside. 2019, a tournament happened when this OpenAI 5 defeated a team called OG. Peak performance time, right? If anybody who plays Dota 2 here, 2018, 2019 OG is the peak of human performance, right? Human Dota 2 performance. This bots, these bots made the world champions tap out in fairly 20, 21 minutes. They trash talked also. Can you imagine a chatbot trash talking to their world champions? And the trash talk was like win probability 95%, right? Is that even what you're thinking, right? Very nice, nice trash talk, okay? And that was my question again. Now, after almost 7 years of passing out, using ChatGPT ever since it was launched, being flooded with Gemini messages, Grok, Deep DeepSeek, right? Why did OpenAI choose Dota? What was so complex in this particular game that made them choose Dota, right? That's the basis of my keynote, and I feel like that is the good foundation for today's event. For that, we have to go back a little bit later, 1950. Anybody know who this is? Raise of hands. Alan Turing. Okay, got it. For those of you who don't know, this is a little bit more better update. All right. So, um, Alan Turing, 1950, publishes Computing Machinery and Intelligence, one of the most groundbreaking and fundamental research papers ever published. He asked a question there: what if machines could think? And now we know that the Turing test was based off this particular paper. And 1956, this chap, this fine looking gentleman, John McCarthy, now called the father of modern AI, he organized with some of his friends a Dartmouth summer research project on artificial intelligence. Anybody who's read about this particular event knows that this is all what came out of it. Sound familiar? This happened in 1956. All right. Machine learning. Everybody knows what it is. It's common tongue now. NLP, perception vision, they were called crazy at that time. Right? Now it's common language. Right? And we jump to 2015, the founding of OpenAI. It was at a base, things were moving in a linear speed. 2008, the financial crisis happened. The internet boom also happened. Nobody even gave, like, there were AI was something people research in the universities and those kind of things, right? 2015, when Sam Altman and his colleagues started OpenAI, at that point of time, a lot of people were working on more or less the same thing. We sometimes forget that with ChatGPT, because everybody's ChatGPT is the definition of what AI introduction was, we sometimes forget that in 2015 to 2024, a lot of different countries are working on different models with different purposes. You have China working on deep speech, you have UK DeepMind, you have Canada, you have OpenAI 5, which is the basis of this particular keynote, GPT, you have Codex, and then you have GPT-4, but everything else is also there. It's been a consolidated effort. This entire, close to 75 years, it's been a consolidated effort across the world. So why did OpenAI choose Dota 2 again? We know that they've set the basis. A lot of people were working on this. They had all of these research to go on. So I asked ChatGPT. Ironic, right? So I asked ChatGPT, what are the different permutations and combinations that you can actually do, to win one particular Dota 2 game? Any guesses how many combinations there are? 10 to the power X. What is X? Shout it out. 10 to the power 1 crore. Let's hold on to that. Okay. 1 crore is a number to beat. Anybody else? 100? All right. Two more, please. 30? One more? 30,000. 10 to the power 30,000. Solid. 3,000. Okay. So we have 10 to the power 241. Okay. Let's invent a game actually that, 10 to the power 30,000. So we have 10 to the power 241 combinations and permutations that somebody actually needs to perform to win a particular Dota 2 game. So what does that tell you? These bots in 2017 and 2019 were able to compute these many permutations and combinations to actually defeat a world champion. How is that different from an agent at this point? Not much. They read a situation, they trash talked, They replied back, okay, I don't expect my AI chatbot to trash talk, but they spoke about it. They replied to a particular message. They had communication. The bots themselves spoke amongst themselves. They were coordinated, right? 5 bots coordinating amongst themselves, doing close to 10 to the power 241 permutations. If somebody can create an agentic AI system that can achieve this at this point of time, should be possible, correct? I think all of us agree. So this is the official statement that came out of OpenAI 5. They said that we want to work on a problem that felt outside the reach of existing deep reinforcement learning algorithms. What is deep reinforcement learning algorithms? We'll come to that later. But this is what came out of the Dota 2 game, moved on to ChatGPT. These uh, these aspects, right? You have scaling, you have human AI dynamics, you have organizational and cultural impact. Because these are bots. Imagine these bots deployed in an HR system. Imagine such an intelligent bot deployed in maybe a business process management, right? So that's possible. That's the discussion that we're having. But this is a discussion that should have happened in 2017. Now, after ChatGPT launch, you can see a spike in interest over time. Everybody is talking about it. And the, we have the DRL algorithms that were powering agentic AI. This is what it does. You can relate it to everything that we can talk about today. You have, you can pick the best action with limited choices. Let's say somebody is given maybe a recruitment process. You have a recruitment process in your hand. You are given a certain set of rules, which also the game has. Now, this chatbot will be able to understand each and every permutation and combination to get you the best candidate possible. Now, that begs the question, right? The question remains the same. What if machines can think? What if your agentic AI bot can think? Does anybody know of any bot at the moment that can think? No, right? We just received a paper from Apple, I think, that said that most of the most of the generated models cannot truly reason. So we're far behind that, right? But again, in GeekyAnts, we do a lot of AI work, right? We work on agents, we work on autonomous systems. These are the different agents that we work on, different aspects. We work on conversational agents, task specific, agent orchestration. Then we also have Gen AI stuff that we do. We have LLM integration, you have prompt engineering, you have RAG systems. We work on RAG systems as well. We work on machine learning model development as well. We work on MLOps, AI pipeline development. But despite after all of this work, we still are trying to answer the questions, what if machines can think? The purpose of the entire AI world at this point of time, I believe, should be to create agents that can think ethically, comma, Oxford, comma, ethically, right? With proper safeguards. That's what more or less the Dartmouth conference wanted to bring to the table. That's what they tried to answer. What if machines could think? So there were 10 people at that conference. How many of us are we here right now? Close to 150. So 10 people did a conference that changed the course of the world 75 years later. Maybe something that we do today will change the course of history over time. So real change does come from acting on what we shared. So every speaker that shares the insights here, if we act upon it, that's how we can bring real change. So the question was, can machines think? That's what we're here to answer today. But I think a more appropriate question is, can machines think autonomously on their own? You give a certain set of rules. You make them go through 10 to the power 30,000 permutations, ethical permutations. And that's what we're here to find out. Let's find out today together. All the best to speakers. Enjoy the meetup. Thank you.